Hey, it's Rhianna. Welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be a new video, so stay tuned. Normally on Tuesdays I do a Tasty Tuesday, but this week, because I couldn't find a recipe once again, I decided to do a TTC Tuesday. So a Tuesday trying to conceive update. I want to start off by saying that if you're new to my channel and this is not a topic that would necessarily interest you because it can involve some like TMI type things, I understand, and I'll see you on the next video. But for those of you who are interested in this, whether it's because you're also on a trying to conceive journey or you're just here to support me or whatever it is, a bit of background information in case you haven't been paying attention in the previous videos. I am 35, I have no children. Jonathan and I have been married for 3 years, and we have been not trying for basically our marriage. But here recently with the weight loss, we have started getting more serious about it and are now actively trying to conceive. And also I was diagnosed with PCOS like back in 2008 or something like that. This video should be pretty short. This is only cycle 2, and what I'm going to do is just kind of talk about like what I'm currently using for this cycle, like what my plans are and stuff like that. So I have started taking these 2 new supplements. They actually go hand in hand. It's 4 of these to 1 of these a day. And this is Myo-Inositol, and this is D-Chiro-Inositol. Yeah, I'm terrible with the medical names, medical terminology. I'm awful. Which is funny because I actually went to school for pharmacy tech and I had to take a medical terminology course. So, but yeah, I read about these in one of my fertility groups that I'm in, and it's recommended for women who have PCOS for several reasons. So the health benefits for these supplements are it improves the way the body uses insulin, reduces cravings, decreases androgens or whatever, regulates menstrual cycle, improves ovarian function, supports normal lipid levels, promotes egg quality, and reduces risk of gestational diabetes. Basically, it supports healthy ovarian function and a healthy cycle. And I'll leave a link down below of like the main article about it. I can say that the whole thing about it reducing cravings is spot on, because since I have started taking that, I have had, but I mean, like with keto in general, I don't have hardly any cravings, but with this on top of keto, I have like 0 cravings and 0 appetite. It's absolutely amazing. So if you have PCOS, I would suggest looking into that and see if it would be something that you'd be interested in taking. So that's one thing that I'm doing this cycle. The other thing is OvuSense, which I've talked about and reviewed already once before, so I'll leave a link up in the eye. It's basically a internal temping device that you insert into your vagina when you go to sleep. So the OvuSense is basically for temping. The reason why I chose OvuSense instead of just the traditional method of using a thermometer is because I did use a thermometer for about 2 months and my results were super inconsistent. I don't know if it's because like I'm a mouth breather or what the problem is. Originally when I started doing it, I was still using my CPAP. So I don't know if my CPAP had a play in it or whatever. But I found out about OvuSense and it has made temping so much easier. It comes with an app. You do have to pay monthly for the app, or you can pay for a year. But it helps you track your temps. So like this was last cycle, and you can see like where up here where I ovulated. Normally there would have been like an actual like graph showing like my spike, and there'd be like a little window showing what my ovulation window was. But because I missed 2 days, I didn't get that. unfortunately. And I'm so mad at myself for missing 2 days. But anyways, the other thing, of course, is keto, which also helps with PCOS. And then I might be doing OPKs if I can find them, because we were supposed to be moving this past weekend, so everything is packed up. And we're not going to unpack because we're still going to move, hopefully within the next, month or two. And so I don't want to unpack. But if I can find them, I believe they're in the box in my bathroom that's not yet taped up. And so if I can find them, I will maybe use OPKs this cycle. I've never been very successful with OPKs because of my PCOS. So I don't even know if they would work for me or not, honestly. So I did say that I'm on cycle 2. Currently, this is cycle day 8. My previous cycle, I ovulated on the 8th or the 9th of February, and my period started on the 19th, which means that my luteal phase was only 10 or 11 days long, which is kind of on the short side. So I'm hoping that these supplements will actually help with that. I haven't been able to find any specific information on if it helps, because it says that it helps regulate your cycle, but it doesn't specifically say if it helps. I need for my luteal phase to be about 14 days would be ideal. So if I could just get like a couple more days before my period starts from when I ovulate, that would be best. A couple of things that I haven't done yet, but that I want to, is I want to start taking a prenatal vitamin. It was actually recommended to me by my gynecologist at my last woman's exam. I told her that, I basically went in for a physical and explained that, my goal is to get pregnant, and I wanted to make sure that, I was healthy enough to get pregnant. And she said, absolutely. The only thing that she would suggest is for me to start taking a prenatal vitamin, and that she hopes that she will see me back within a couple of months for pregnancy symptoms. So that was really encouraging. The last time I talked to a doctor about trying to conceive, I was basically told that I should not even consider it until I've lost a significant amount of weight. And I have, and I'm really proud of myself for that. Both Jonathan and I have lost, over 100 pounds. And so we're a lot better, health-wise, as, for like getting pregnant, and then just being parents, having energy to take care of a child, and not being like deadbeat parents who just sit on the couch and, don't play with their kids. No offense to anyone who's a deadbeat parent. No, you shouldn't be a deadbeat parent. And then the other thing that I wanted to look into is some sort of supplement for Jonathan, maybe. I don't want to go too much into like his side of this, mostly because he, doesn't want me to talk about it. I mean, men in general are a lot more uncomfortable talking about these matters than women are. I don't really see any men talking about their trying to conceive journey on YouTube the way that I see women talking about it. But I think that maybe a supplement or two would be beneficial to him. So I want to do a little bit of research and find one that other trying to conceive couples recommend. So that's basically everything for this update. If I decide to start doing OPKs, I'll probably do, since I am like hopefully coming up to my my most fertile window, then I'll probably start doing some OPK videos or something like that. And I'll maybe once a week give you all an update on what's going on. But yeah, I'm really optimistic this cycle, or this go round, because for the first time ever that I have known of in my trying to conceive life, I ovulated last month, and it was really awesome. Because actually it really sucked, because my body was hurting, but it was really awesome because it was doing what it was supposed to be doing, which it hasn't done in a very long time. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. If you are on a trying to conceive journey as well, let me know what you're doing. If you have PCOS, do you take these supplements? Do they work for you? I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and follow along on our journey, not just with trying to conceive, but with everything else like the weight loss and the house hunting. There's just a lot going on my channel right now, guys, and in my life. All right, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, the notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye. Good morning. It's Sunday. Obviously, I didn't end the vlog. I ended the vlog, but I didn't finish editing it, so I decided just to make it a weekend vlog. We are, actually it's not morning.
Yeah, it's afternoon.
It's afternoon.